man come out of the water.
Yeah,
Okay, they showing you.
yeah. They're putting it right in our face.
They're in
Peace,
your
peace,
face, you
family.
know.
Yeah,
Peace, peace, family.
peace, peace, family. Let me silent my devices here.
Okay. Another Sunday dinner.
Yes, another Sunday dinner, and as y'all see from the topic, artificial weather. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
we probably gonna get into a whole bunch of other things that's artificial right now. So
that's it. Yeah, so many things that are artificial. So, hope everybody's keeping warm and keeping safe. Those that are in the artificial weather path, you understand, with that cold weather and the snow and all that stuff and the ice,
yes,
keeping warm and Jayhawks and the Queen P or Queen Oracle, you're missed, and we trust that you all are well and staying warm also.
yes, yes.
Shout out from the tribe. Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. Subscribe to
Yeah.
each and every one of our channels.
Yes, we are here and we are bringing glad tidings. We talking that truth that nobody wants to talk about. And they certainly don't want to have a podcast or a live every day, every week, excuse me, about it because, you know, worries of getting banned or demonetized, any of that, that don't bother us. That just only proves that we're right. That's what they're afraid of.
That's it. That's it. We talk about the hard things. You understand? Because sometimes the hard things need to be talked about. I mean, I know that there's several other person who are talking about the hard things, but we just got to dive into it. You understand? So,
Facts.
what you take on this weather? We still seeing above the the snow clouds. You're seeing chemtrails still going on.
Yeah.
They're still seeding the clouds and stuff like that. Why? Why is it? You understand? A lot of people recognize that and awoke to the fact that they're doing all of this because they realize people are not going and buying their artificial food.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy. I just saw something speaking of artificial food and artificial ideas, right? The the establishment have gotten so hell bent on stopping us from producing our own stuff. They made it nearly impossible to just, and this is all around the globe, to purchase your land and just, you know what I'm saying? Like to build certain things, you won't be able to build it. They want you on the grid. They want you to buy a home that's going to actually sit on the electrical grid where they can charge you and the water where they can, you know what I mean? They don't want people, but people are finding ways around it. But it's sad that that's what we're up against.
What they're trying to do is put you in these smart cities. You see, they give you smart locks and smart cars and anything that they can remotely shut you down.
Right.
You see, so you think you have freedom, but it's artificial. It's artificial freedom. You think you have luxury, but it's artificial luxury
Facts.
because they still have the control too. Because if they create it, they can shut it down whenever they feel like, oh, I got a smart car, I got a car, whereas I just got to push the button. But
That
who
part.
has the kill switch for that vehicle?
Somebody got it.
Somebody has the kill switch for that. So you could be on the highway going about your way, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden your car just shut off.
Yeah. Well, somebody can hack into it. Like who? I don't want somebody to be able to hack my home.
Somebody, you think
I
you're
want you
driving your car, and then all of a sudden somebody take control of your car and driving it themselves.
right.
You notice the other thing that is coming out right now is I think it's either Mazda or one of them now telling you you only got a three-year warranty, and then you have to pay for um the access to the smart cars and stuff like that for your
Yeah.
every year or every time. I was like, wow, what's going on? This thing is so it's you live in an artificial life. You
Yeah.
can even live in a real life. You live in an artificial life.
Yeah.
If
It's insane.
anything, this thing could go right now.
Yeah. It's insane. They done got so good at, you know, doing it too. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't want somebody to be able to hack my home. You know, that's one thing I don't want because if I got a smart lock and you hack it, whether you're government, whatever, you can come in and just by flipping the lock. If I'm asleep, I'm not gonna hear that lock flip. But if I'm sleeping, you got to come in the traditional way, like break a window and kick the door down. Guess what? Now you can get a bullet in the head. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where I'm at with that. I don't know how y'all feel, people, family. I absolutely would not. I absolutely would not
Yep,
want that.
yep. Artificial life, man.
Yeah, it's an
Looking at
artificial
the
life.
weather, people
Yeah,
are now going outside and taking the. You can hear me?
yeah, I can hear you, sister.
Yeah, people are now going outside and taking the snow and walling it up in their hands and putting a lighter to fire to it, and
And it's supposed to melt. It used to melt when I did
It's not
that.
melting.
Yeah, that's
huh?
crazy. That is insane. Like,
Yeah, it's not melting.
yeah,
Not
that's
melting. Hail coming down like the size of not even just golf balls anymore, coming the size of tennis balls. They go
yeah,
on a, I think it's a Toyota. It's a Toyota car lot. All of the cars are destroyed.
yeah,
The whole car lot, brand new cars, all the windshields, the hood. It is a whole car lot of vehicles are destroyed. And then someplace else, I can't remember the area, instead of doing down snow, they're doing down stones, rocks, pebbles.
yeah. I seen some hail the size of softballs. I don't know if anybody play baseball, softball, but man, a softball, whoo, that's insane. Tennis balls is insane.
Yeah. So we gotta really pay attention. We gotta be able to detoxify yourself because even in the air, you don't even have to go and eat anything now. This thing is so diabolical. It's biochemical now. It's just literally in the air. You're just breathing in the artificial stuff. You don't even have to just they become so advanced in their technology that
Yeah,
you don't even have to eat their food, take their pharmaceuticals. They just spray it in the air and you just breathe it in and you find that you got the nanobots and stuff like that in your system.
facts. Yeah, they
Putting
they
it.
putting it everything.
One lady, she was sipping her sugar, sipping her sugar. She find plastic in her sugar.
Mm. Yeah, that sugar, man. That was one of the first things to go in my life. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
some people, and I don't use this term lightly, but
People just thinking about
you know,
artificial
the,
intelligence,
the
but they
facts
ain't
are the
see
facts.
artificial food now.
You know, some people are, you're either stupid, which is retarded, or you're insane. If you know something is hurting you, you know something is bad for you, and you do it anyway, you're either stupid or you're insane. Because doing the same thing over and
That's
over,
it.
expecting a different result, is insanity. Or
It's
you
insanity.
must be mentally retarded. You know, I
Okay.
I couldn't keep eating the sugar. I couldn't keep destroying myself. Like, I want to actually be able to go outside and run with my son and run around. Like, all that energy he got, like,
Mm.
I know he gets that from my side of the gene pool. I know that, and because who else? I don't know anybody on his mother's side that is gonna only sleep for 4 hours. Like, and be up the other 20. I sleep 4 to 6 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I need. The rest, I'm working on something, doing something. So I know he's getting that energy from me, but physically I didn't have the energy, so I had to change my lifestyle and my eating habits and all that stuff. And now, you know I'm out there with him. I'm out there. I'm gonna run with him. I'm gonna do all that good stuff because you know I want to be here when he wants to say, let's go out and play ball or do something like that. Like, I want to be here, man.
Yep, that's it.
It's crazy.
It is. But
So,
we gotta continue to stay focused, you understand, and give truth. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we say truth from our perspective, because everybody have their truth according to their perspective. But if it is right inside your, in front of your face, you cannot say, oh, the conspiracy anymore. You understand? Or propaganda.
right,
It is like literally in your face. They're putting it in literally in your face.
right,
And what you gonna do? You know, you got
yeah,
to make conscious decisions now for yourself and for your family.
for your family. That's it right there, sister. You said it.
Conscious decisions for you, for yourself and for your family, for you to be around for a long time, to make sure that things are in place for your family. You know,
Yeah,
this when I tell you things are changing, things are changing. I'm telling you, I would I would tell anybody, land is wealth at this stage of it now. Having your own place
yeah.
and space is very
That's
important now.
that's the
It's
wealth
very
right
good.
there.
That's the wealth.
You ain't
If
lying.
you could what you call it, invest with somebody new, let's say a group of us come together and say we want to purchase 5 acres of farmland just to do farming on and stuff like that, and be able to turn that over. You understand? That's
Hmm.
possible, because when you look at how they playing with the food and they playing with the weather and all this different stuff, even when you do farming, you could do greenhouse farming. You don't have to have yourself outside in their elements and stuff like that. Even though we know we need the sun, but we could not. There's so much ways of now bypassing a lot of the things that they are doing.
Yeah,
You used to say you gotta play the fool to the fool, let the fool believe you think, made them think you's a fool, and you still connected to their system. Mm-mm. You don't gotta be connected. We say we in this world, but we don't have to be of this world, you know?
that's right.
So you see what they're doing with the art of, if they would Google, those of that are listening, if they will Google the restaurants that serve human flesh, you will be so surprised how many restaurants now have human flesh on their menus. How many restaurants do 3D printing meat? How many places do the lab chicken, whereas the chicken only grow from the waist down?
Yeah, that's crazy. That lab grown meat is crazy.
Lab
Like,
growing meat.
I want to know, what did people think that impossible meat was? The impossible burger and all that stuff. Like, what did y'all think that was when you ran out to Burger King and McDonald's and went to go eat that? You know what I mean? Like nothing sparked up there to say, yo, what, how did you, nah, hold up, gang. You know,
Yeah.
because I can see a veggie burger. It's vegetables, you know, and all you got to do is take the black bean and mash it down into a paste and you can patty it, right? And then you got corn and other stuff in it. That's easy to, but how do you get the meat? Like, yeah, man, it's an
Yeah.
artificial world, and people still don't believe that we're living in a matrix, in an artificial world.
That's
You
right.
know,
And the
you
people
have
come
to.
and tell you, they
Hmm.
come in and tell you. You remember the gentleman came out and said, we're telling you that we put human meat in the patties for what do you name? Ronald
Yeah,
Knight, yeah. We telling
yeah,
you we put human meat inside it. They've researched it and showed you human meat inside of it. But the
yeah,
people lined up for two all beef patty special sauce, lettuce, cheese,
yeah.
pickles, and
I have never. Oh, I'm amazed that you even know that. That
they
was
want
the
to know
song back in the day too. Two all beef patties, but there was a time where it was all beef. You know,
yeah, it was, but it
you
ain't no
can't
more.
say that now.
No, you go to McDonald's, you want a Big Mac. What's got a big? I
Mhm.
forget even how they used to say it. Big Mac
Yep,
with
it's a Big
special
Mac.
sauce. With special
Yeah,
sauce. Then
and
you got
that's,
it. Then there was the old commercial for Wendy's. Where's the beef?
yeah, yeah, and
You
then
could ask the question now for real, where's the beef? Because it ain't.
and like you mentioned before, you know, when we did that video on when we did an episode on the chicken, the KFC commercial, where they're showing you that you know they're putting human meat in the food. Like, that's not chicken you eating. You know what I'm saying? That's human meat. They know how to make it look like something else.
Yeah, your man gone down and chicken come back up. How's that?
Yeah, yeah, that
Right.
was crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was gravy, but it was hot oil.
Hot oil. That's right.
Yeah, it was hot oil they dipped him in.
That's right. We're dipping them in hot oil. So the artificial is everywhere.
Fact.
Everywhere. We just gotta be so attentive now. You understand?
Yes,
We gotta learn how to do our kitchen garden and stuff like that. You understand? So we could
yes,
get the things. I've been practicing in terms of growing little small things and small pots and stuff like that to see how you understand, cultivate and grow bell peppers and tomatoes in enough for you and your household, not so much in a big. And it's possible. It's possible.
that's right.
You can have a little. I mean, what I call it, small spots, tiny spaces,
That's
tiny
all it
spaces.
takes.
Tiny spaces. It takes determination and a made up mind. Listen, I tired of killing my family out. Let me try hard, see how I best can detoxify my family and get us on a healthy path, on a healthy road to live a little bit longer and get some of these things out of our system.
Yeah,
Because what people fail to realize is what caused them to fear is the fact that they don't realize our bodies can heal itself. If we could just govern ourselves, fasting, a lot of time people only see fasting as a spiritual thing, which it is a
hmm,
spiritual, but it's also a physical thing. It is an opportunity for your body to now go within itself and start healing itself. See, when the food is no longer going inside there to slow it down, to cause it to be sluggish, it makes it now activate some things inside of it itself to say, okay, now no food is coming in, let's repair. Let's rebuild.
Yeah, that's right. And here's the thing, you know, you're not going to be able to pump out that artificial food and artificial poisons if you don't stop consuming it, right? A
That's
lot of
it.
people will like they just keep consuming it and they think they're just gonna, oh well, one day I'll do. No, you got to start today. Whatever you can control, whatever you can change. You may not have the ability to grow your own food, but you can choose better foods. You know, there are
Yes,
places out there that that's
absolutely.
all they're about. You can go to a farm, you know, and that's going to be better than the grocery store. It's still not ideal because it's not your own, but you know, one day you'll get there, and with that mentality, that's how you start to shift the algorithm. You know, you start to
I
shift.
would, that's it. I would even encourage person. I would go as far as to even encourage first person. Find out if there's an Amish community nearby you.
Yes, yeah, because they definitely will sell you some stuff cheap too.
Find an Amish community near you. You understand? If it's an hour drive, then carpool with somebody else who have this of the same mindset, and you find yourself an Amish um, community and go and shop Amish community.
Yeah, yeah.
You
We
know
was
for sure
just
you get some good stuff.
I just drove past the Amish community. I was doing a delivery, and I just drove past the Amish community way up north. I was like, "Yep, there it is." I said, "If I ever need to, you know, something happen with the stores or whatever, and they ain't producing what, you know, because I found an all natural store. I told you, but
Yeah.
if for any reason I need to, you know, doubt what they're producing, then
Hmm.
you know, there's always the Amish community, and they ain't letting you come in there and take over their stuff. Like that's one
Exactly.
community that's been the same for centuries. So
Mhm. That's what I would encourage.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah,
for me, I'm so grateful that I got the little farmers market that I can go to, the people who grow in their own stuff, you could just purchase from them, you
mm-hmm.
know. I don't look for the perfect. I used to look for the perfect vegetables and stuff like that that don't have no blemish. But I realized if a bug don't eat the vegetables, that means it's being sprayed with some stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? So you gotta be also careful. So child,
And what? And who wants a banana that don't have a bruise? You know, those brown bruises is the sweetness. You know,
okay?
who's gonna make banana pudding with green bananas? You know
Nah,
what I'm saying? Like, I you know, that's one thing I tell my wife. She's like disgusted with a brown banana. And it's like I'm telling like you eat banana pudding though. Like you're being you're discriminating against the brown banana, but that's how you know it's authentic. You know, we had
yeah,
this one banana, and I said, I don't know where you got this from. Don't buy this again. I'm glad I didn't
okay,
give it to my son because I'm waiting for it to ripen, and it wouldn't ripen. It
yeah,
just
okay. So
stayed
you know
yellow,
that,
and
that
I could
I'm gonna
barely
tell you.
break it. When I broke it, it was like rubbery, and I was like, "Wow!" And I held it. I did a quick recording. I recorded it, but then after a while, I think she had forgot that I was saving it for the next video because I was waiting like a good week or so before I could do the next recording. But look, it still hasn't changed. But she ended up throwing it away, so I wasn't able to do the video. But it's crazy. I was like, man, I almost wanted to go back there and get it so I could show people, like, yo, this is real, man. They're really tampering with stuff, you know?
Yeah, there's a gentleman who have what you call it? He have a McDonald's. I think it's a McDonald's burger. He done had it almost 30 years, and he have it still in the box, and he have the receipt, and he laminate the receipt just to be sure. 30
Yeah,
years, and the burger still look the same.
yeah,
No
yeah.
decay on the bread, no decay on the meat. Only thing was decayed was the one pickle. That's it.
That's crazy.
Yep. People are doing the test with the food. They
Yeah,
show you that artificial stuff, man. It ain't real,
yeah, they're
you
doing
know.
it themselves, and that's what it takes. You know, we got to start doing it ourselves because they're not
Yeah,
going to tell us. You know, like Dick Gregory said, this is the only country where they don't have to tell you that it's a clone. You know, in
that's it.
other countries they
Mhm.
telling you, oh, these are cloned chickens, so people
Yep,
can choose to eat it or not. You know, and like, nah,
that's
I'm
it.
cool. But
That's it.
I'm watching this guy now, man, and I'm loving it. You know, it's new too. And I'm not surprised how many subscribers and how many views he's getting based on his content. But it's cooking shorts with a K. If you guys want to check
Uh-huh.
him out, and those who are viewing right now or viewing later, and you can see he's got his slaughterhouse, which is what I had in mind, and I was like, wow, man, that's perfect because the animals don't see what's happening to that other animal, and it's
Right.
off in a distance, right? And you can see how
Mhm.
well he treats the animals and all that good stuff. So like he takes it to the slaughterhouse, he comes out with the meat, and obviously they don't show him slaughtering it, but you can tell he
No,
just slaughtered that. And by the cutting of his video, like how he throws the chicken down on the ground when they fly, obviously it's not abuse or anything, but it flies down to the ground and you see how small it was. I was like, wow, that's a real bird, yo. You know, as
yeah.
opposed to this genetically modified crap they giving us over here. And he's cooking
Mhm.
ostrich and all kinds of, he's picking vegetables and fruits and stuff off of his own trees. And I'm just looking like,
Yeah.
wow, look at the difference in the kiwi that he had versus the kiwis we get over here. And I'm like, hold up, something, I knew something wasn't right, you know. And I implore people, I encourage you to please go do your own research. Don't take our
Yeah.
word for it. Go look it up. You will see that there is something amiss, something is wrong, something is
Mhm.
terribly, terribly wrong here, people.
Yeah. You want to play your video that you
Yes,
have up?
yes, let's get into some videos, y'all.
Recently, I've seen some videos online where people claim that snow is fake. They get some snow like this and then hold a flame to it and it doesn't melt. What's weird is as I'm holding the flame to it, the volume of the snowball changes. You can see it getting smaller and it blackens, but it's not dripping or melting or anything. So you
Uh,
can see it's changing volume, but no drips are coming off of it at all. So has the government switched out all the snow for fake snow, or is there something else going on here? Well, first let's check something easy. So when I put a snowball on here, you can see that it's starting to melt already. Notice that the water doesn't start puddling up under the snow right
what
away.
the
That's because even though the snow is melting, the water's being wicked up into the air gaps between the ice crystals. So you don't see any melting even though it is melting. So it's just becoming slushy. And then once it's wicked it all up, now the liquid can't go anywhere, so now it starts to spill out everywhere. So it isn't subliming, it's just slowly melting. Recently I've seen some videos online where people claim
Wow. Okay.
yeah,
Artificial.
yeah,
Artificial.
yeah. And that's not all, people. That's not all. We got one more for y'all. Real
Be
quick,
careful going out there, man. Be careful out there.
for real.
Detoxify yourself. Get yourself some. I'm not no medical expert. We're not giving medical advice, but I can say get some dandelion and stuff like that and detoxify yourself.
Facts. So we're gonna play another one, then we're gonna react to it. We're gonna give a little bit of our insight on what we see, y'all. So let's play this other one. And this is insane what they got going on here.
But what the fuck's up with this?
Like it's turning black. It doesn't not even
Exactly, it's not even melting. What's up with our system?
Universe.
Look at this shit. And that's the snow that falls on us. But what the fuck's up with this?
Yeah, I'm telling you, listen, I used to do that all the time when I was younger, and the snow would literally melt. You wouldn't even see no black, no nothing, just water. as
Yep.
soon as I put a lighter to it. So no, yeah, that's something. Something is definitely a miss right there.
Yeah.
But we can't allow these guys to trick us. You know, 'cause it's showing you right there. Why is it turning black? Why doesn't it just melt? You know,
Yep. I'm telling you.
like
So
it's got
you
time
can't make
to
it.
turn black. Come on, man.
Yep. Snow turning black. Snow only turning black when it's melting and it gets dirty from you doing, not from fire.
Yeah.
Not from fire.
And I used to go camping with Daryl Hiltz all the time, and we would throw snow in the fire. You know, we used the snow to put out the fire. It never turned black. You
Yep.
would literally just see, like, we put snow inside of a pot and put it on the fire. It would
Once it gets
boil
yep.
and just yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Stop letting them trick y'all.
Yep. We gotta pay attention. We gotta be more alert now. We gotta be more alert than we ever was before. We cannot just take what they say as here's as the what you call it absolute.
Yeah,
You know, absolute. Because what they realize is a lot of people did not shop during the holiday season as they had intended. People are not buying like how people used to buy. So they use
yeah,
this weather forecast as a fear mongering to push people to go into the stores and shop.
yeah. And that made me smile too when I found that out that nobody went out, you know, killing themselves and people weren't out there dying for what is it, Black Friday and all this other craziness. And man, that made me smile because it was like, you know what? People are getting the message. Even if they're not getting it from the High Vibe tribe, they still getting the message, which is in turn gonna help all of us because that's what we need in order to break this system that's had its foot on our neck for thousands of years, hundreds of years, I should say.
Yep.
Because
No
and it's
longer a
just
slave system.
yeah, it's been crippling us to think critically think for ourselves.
Still thinking.
And what's sad is I see a lot of people make excuses to not think or to not elevate. Oh well, it's the man keeping me down or this, that, and third. Ain't nobody keeping you down but you.
That's it.
You're living that artificial and breathing and inhaling and eating and consuming that artificial shit. That's why your brain won't properly
Function.
calculate and see what's going on. Like you're just conceding to the method or the terms that you're under and just calling it absolute. It's like, no, man,
Not
that's not.
absolute.
There's more to this life than this artificial shit. And it's like, what kills me about the artificial thing, like, and I get on my brother about this all the time. Like we'll be on a trip and because I take him with me, and because especially when I'm doing something heavy, he's got his CDL, so he's got that experience backing in them trailers, and I'm learning from him. And so everything, left is right and right is left when you're going in reverse with a trailer. And so I take him with me on those trips or whatever, and I'd be like, man, you still you need a cancer stick break, don't you? And he's got to stop every time we stop.
Yep.
He's got to put a cigarette in his mouth, and I get on him about it. I get on everybody about it who's in
And
my immediate circle. You know
and the
what I
thing
mean?
about it, right? The tobacco naturally, the natural tobacco is good for you.
Yeah, there's nothing
But
wrong with that.
that cigarette is because it's chemically endorsed to keep you addicted is a whole totally different thing.
Yeah.
You see?
And they
So there's
they
a
literally
difference.
gave you the list of the stuff they putting in it: ammonia, bleach, embalming fluid, formaldehyde, and all this other crazy rat poisoning. So you're
Yep.
smoking rat poison.
Yep. Keep you addicted.
That's
Keep you
crazy.
addicted. Yeah. Artificial high, artificial addiction. Before you even put tea or coffee in your mouth, you gotta have a cigarette. First thing
Right.
in the morning, last thing at night. It's the
Yeah, you
addiction.
got to have a coffee and a cigarette. And I've been preaching this for a while. I'm like, listen, there's a natural coffee out there. It's not addictive. It's not, you know, it doesn't have any of the properties that you see at like Dunkin' Donuts or these coffees you got around here. Like, go and find some natural coffee. It's hard to find, but when you find it, it's worth it because you're actually helping your body do what it's naturally supposed to do. Same thing with the tobacco, right? And Brother Rich got a thing going on right now. You donate to his cause, and he sends you
Yeah.
a natural tobacco cigar. You could break that cigar up if you want and roll it in your own little cigarettes. It's like, do that instead. At least look for an alternative, you know. But all I see now is people just make excuses to keep doing this dumb shit that they do,
Yep.
and
That
I just don't get it.
yeah. 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 Nevertheless, we just putting it out there as the high vibe tribe, as we always do, putting the information out there. What they do with it is on them. The most important thing is we
Facts.
put the information out there. Be careful out there. These artificial stuff are there. They are real. They are using them to dumbing us down, to keep us low vibrating, to keep us with brain fog, to keep us with various sickness and disease. So you got to pay attention. You got to love yourself enough to pay attention to what is going on around you and what you're putting in your body. You can't make no excuses anymore. Oh, something
Facts.
can kill us. Okay. Yes, something can kill us, but don't let it be ignorance.
Yes.
Don't do it to be ignorance.
There you go.
You know, let
There
it
you
be,
go.
let it be a natural causes. Just
Mm-hmm.
go roll and then just give up the ghost. But don't let it be your ignorance. Oh, something can kill me, so I might as well just no. That's foolishness.
Right.
That's foolishness. That's programmed thinking. That is not natural thinking.
Yeah.
That's a
I heard
programmed
somebody
mind.
I heard somebody say that when I was talking about, I'm like, oh, they saying the sun give you, sun cancer now. And it's like, oh, well, you're going to die from something anyway. Like, what attitude is that to have, Even though I never believed it, you know, but it's like,
Mhm.
that's just the wrong attitude, in my opinion. Like, oh, something, you're going to die from something. Wait, what?
Yeah. So I, you know, so I just for me on this artificial stuff, whether it's artificial meat, whether it's artificial vegetables, whether it's artificial weather, pay attention. Pay attention. Stay present, family. Stay present. Stay alert. You understand? Because there is other alternatives. There is. Yes, we know they control the system, but we control us. We control ourselves. We have to take control of ourselves and how we participate in their system.
Facts. And for those of y'all who I know you get discouraged and I know you feel like, you know, there's no alternative, but I'm here to tell you, sometimes you may not even know where to go to look for the alternative or to look for the healthy alternative or what that's what I meant to say. The alternative source is the word I was looking
Mhm.
for. But if you got the intentions and you saying to yourself things like, there's just gotta be another way, there's gotta be a better way. That's
Yeah.
all I ever said. I never knew
Mm.
where to look because I would look for something and wouldn't be able to find it. But then I kept saying to myself, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way. And I kept that manifestation type of vibe and energy flowing through my words, through my actions, and through my spirit. And lo and behold, I'll say this a million times until I'm gone. Things would just pop up in my feed, or a book would somehow land in my lap, right?
Yep.
Somehow the information will come to me.
Yeah, because you
And
said them things. You said it out there into the atmosphere.
yeah, those magical words, man. There's got to be another way. And
Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
that's right. That's how I've been able to change my eating habits. I've been able to find things I didn't even know that existed. And it's been a complete life-changing alteration of how I'm not on it. I was on these medications and this like I'm not on any of that, just letting my body heal itself, but I'm giving it the proper things to introduce that healing at
Yep.
a much more increased rate. So like,
You're putting the proper nutrients in now.
yeah.
And not only that, I learned something today, and I want to share it with our listening audience. Two things: speaking to our food and speaking
Mm,
to our water before
mm-hmm.
we put it even into our body, whatever it is you're about to eat or drink, speaking to it and telling it,
Yep,
thank you for going in and
that's
doing the
right.
repairs that my body is needed and what my body don't need. Thank you for passing it out and not staying in my body to cause any damage.
Yeah. And let me reiterate, people. I know there's some people out there listening right now that's gonna say, I don't know what to say to my food. Just speak love. I speak a certain thing from the Islamic community because when I was Muslim, I learned this. But you don't have to say that. You don't have to say like. And I don't believe standing there and people bless their food and they doing these 10, 20-minute sermons while your food's getting cold. You don't need all that. Listen, I
No,
love you. Thank you for providing me sustenance. And you start
that's
eating.
it.
There's
That's it.
nothing wrong with just blessing the food with a couple of words and moving on. All this, I see people do that all the time, and I'd be like, and people thought I was crazy, but I'm at your house and you doing this. Oh, we got to bless the food. I said, I did. I'm eating. You can stand there and do a 10-minute sermon all you want, letting the food get cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't believe in
That's
that.
it.
So,
Yeah, so it would go in when it goes into your system, it's going to do exactly what it needs to do to repair, to rebuild, to nourish. You
hmm
understand, and to heal and then come out. Same thing with water. You understand? Water, you hold memory. Thank you for waking up my Akashe records.
that's right.
It's for restoring, and then you drink.
Yeah.
Because we done say water holds memory, so it can wake up your Akasha record. Our body is made up of more water than anything else.
Yeah. And you can you
So
can say you can say by spirit, let this food be the best, its best, or whatever. You could say, I say Bismillah. You could say, in love, I eat, or just anything that's positive and whatever you see fit, whatever, what your favorite word is, if it's something positive, you could use that. Everybody's looking for the answer and they don't realize they already have the answer. It's within
that's
you.
right.
I started
Then,
teaching my son, bless your food, son, bless it.
yeah, it's within. The answer is within us. We
Yeah,
we have, we are the savior we've been looking for.
facts.
So yes, family, I just really stay safe out there. That's all. Stay
Yeah,
safe out
that's
there.
that's
Stay
all we
focused.
can
Stay focused. Stay present.
that's all we can tell y'all. That's all we can give to y'all is to be the best version of yourself. Look for the best versions of yourself, and when we say stop eating the sugar, that doesn't mean you don't sweeten your tea or your coffee or your food or whatever. There are natural sweeteners out there that is
Mhm.
naturally going to sweeten your food without harming you. You
And
know?
even they could get the sugar cane and make it and crush the sugar cane in a mortar. And let me tell you something. It's just so much
Yeah.
simple ways of doing that, because even I question certain things like the agave and all those different things. I question them. You understand? Bec-
Hmm.
bec- But nevertheless, you still have the natural sugar that people that they sell the natural sugar in the store, but it doesn't look like what they think it look like and stuff like that, because it's
Hmm.
brown, not the brown sugar what they sell, because that brown sugar they sell is still white sugar that they pour molasses on to make it
Yeah.
look like brown sugar.
Yeah.
Just
And you can tell it say it right in the ingredients on most of it. You can read it. It's not, you know what I mean? That's why I don't buy brown sugar. I buy pure cane sugar,
yeah.
or I do buy agave, but it's when you look at it, it's just the agave plant, and you got to be careful. You Not all honey is made equal.
No,
There's
some
honey out
things
there
you
that's
did.
not honey.
You did that is sugar, pure sugar.
Yeah.
Pure simple syrup. That's what I call it. Pure simple syrup. Cool.
Yeah, pure simple syrup. I like that. I like that term because it's the truth. They got us consuming all this artificial crap, man, and then they're throwing artificial stuff on us like this snow. And then this next video I got pulled up with the hail, like you had mentioned earlier before the live. These hail sizes is crazy. And yeah, I got that video for last where I pulled. It's gonna show you like this. It don't make no sense. It never used to be that way, y'all. It never used to be that way. And the sister's internet is not the internet, but her phone is gonna be back on soon. Well, her phone's on the fritz, but we'll play when she taps back in. But yeah, the size of these hail balls is insane. It never used to be that way. Hail used to be tiny, man. Like an umbrella could save you and keep you safe from the hail, but not nowadays. That thing's going through the umbrella and through your skull. You better get under cover fast, underneath a bridge. You'll be safe underneath a truck because it's got to hit the truck first. But these things is the size of softballs, golf balls. Well, golf balls have kind of been the case in some parts of the world always, but you got some hail sizes now. It's the size of grapefruits. That's too big, yo. That is just too big, And people always wondered, and I don't care what religion you is and what type of time you on, you've always wondered if there was some way that the weather was being controlled because you outside in it. So you know there was something amiss. Y'all always known that. Stop me if I'm wrong. But y'all have always thought that, even as a young person, you know, as a young man or a young woman, you've always thought something is they gotta be controlling the weather somehow. It don't make no sense. Like some of the hurricanes that came up, some of the rainstorms and tornadoes and stuff, some things just seemed deliberate. Like I don't care
Yeah.
what you tell me, Hurricane Katrina just seemed too deliberate to me. It was just there's something
Yeah,
just off about that one.
Katrina was deliberate. The thing that happened in Hawaii was deliberate. What
Yeah,
happened in the Bahamas was deliberate. What happened in Jamaica last year was deliberate.
yeah.
And you understand, they know how to manipulate, and they tell you this. They've been knowing how to manipulate the weather from 1950 something, or from even before then. You
Hmm.
understand, when they started creating the seeding thing. What they happened in Dubai the other day also was the Dubai overseeded their clouds and caused them themselves to have a flooding. You see?
Yeah.
So it's artificial. All of it is artificial. Even Dubai itself is an artificial country. It was not a real country. It's a country that they built up out of the sea.
Hmm.
You understand? but it's a luxury thing because who could afford it? Only the rich could afford something to do something like that. So
Yeah.
we have to be very, very alert and attentive and realize what these people are doing. Why? Because they want control. I don't know if there was a cartoon, I think when my children was growing up, called Pinky and the Brain.
Mm-hmm.
And every day, what Pinky say? What are we going to do today? What do
Take
we do
over the
every
world.
day?
Mhm.
Take over the world.
That's
That's
right.
so think about the elites. That's what are they going to do today? Everything they want to do every day. Total world domination.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the gentleman now who want to own Greenland. Now the information is he want to own the Caribbean. He don't even want. It's like they just do this. There, there is no boundaries they would not push down or push to have what they want because it's like a spoiled child that you have already been giving them everything they want, so there's no boundary. They
Facts.
would just go inside people's house and take what they want out of the person's house and leave, and that's it. And that's what they're doing, going into people's country. Okay, they never stopped them when it was coming into Africa, taking all the minerals and stuff like that. So now we feel like, hey, we have the rights to go in any other country and take whatever we want because
That's
why
right.
nobody never said nothing to us when we came at the Berlin Conference and divide Africa.
Facts.
So we could go anywhere else and just divide it and share it among ourselves.
And
So that's what
that's
they do
what
with
we're
these
yeah, that's what we're up against.
and
You
that's
know?
why they did that to New Orleans because they wanted it to put the smart city in New Orleans. They want to restructure New Orleans. You see, they want to restructure Hawaii. They want to restructure California. They
Yep.
want to restructure. That's why they keep Haiti unstable. Restructure it.
Yep. Facts.
You know,
Absolute fact.
Congo. Congo is
Yeah.
the
Congo.
richest country. In the richest country. What they want
Yep.
to do, keep it destabilized. Why they mad with Abraham Traore? Because why? He kicked France out. So they trying to do him like how they did the Valier with Haiti. But they
Yep.
can't because now the
Yep.
people are standing with him.
Yep. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, he said, yeah, they did it to Haiti too. Yep, they did. That they did. And my
The
brother's from
Clintons
Haiti.
The Clintons found gold inside Haiti. That's why they purchased the land. People think Haiti is this old mashup place. No, man.
Yep.
Haiti is so diverse and so well educated and so much more to Haiti than what they show. Just like Africa, they only show you poverty,
Mm.
but they won't show you. If you go to Nairobi, Nairobi look like New York.
Mm.
New York, the city, not even Brooklyn or the Bronx. I talk about you go to Eastleigh or Westlands and you look inside, you see those buildings, iconic buildings. I
Yeah. I was
so
shocked when I
beautiful. You
first saw it as as a young man. I first saw like the different cities in Africa and like they make it seem like this dry land of desert and huts and people out there naked with no clothes on and there are some
Mhm.
tribes that still live traditionally, don't get me wrong,
Yes.
but
Yeah. But
they
that's
make
the
it seem
point.
like that's all of Africa. Like you're gonna go there and you're gonna be camping pretty much, and you're not gonna like it, and it's all to keep you away. But they buildings is got nice designs, and
Yes,
you know,
state of the art architect.
oh man,
When
yeah,
I went to South Africa for the first time, I was so mesmerized. These people drive around in Mercedes Benz,
oh yeah,
like they have Mercedes as taxis.
yeah,
I went into they have a 5-story. mall that I went into with every layer. They got the Kentucky, the Burger King, the Wendy. I mean, they have everything inside there. They have a state of the art cinema. I talk about lay back, cushion comfort chairs to relax and watch a movie. And this is all the way back in 2016. So I can imagine how they may have upgraded now.
Yeah, like just, shout out to Jay Hooks the Great, when he was visiting over there and just seeing what he was seeing, I was like, man, that don't look nothing like what they was showing on National Geographic. You know what I'm saying? Like that look like a place I want to go and visit. That don't look nothing like what I was seeing growing up. Like, why would I want to go back to Africa, man? They still living in the Stone Age, which is bull crap, right? But they want you to
Bull
believe
crap.
that, and you'll buy it if you don't see it for
Mhm.
yourself, you know?
If you don't come and see it for yourself, come and
Hmm.
visit. I tell people, don't take my word for it. Come for yourself and see. Come see. Come
That's
see,
right.
come sa.
Yeah.
Beautiful place, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But yeah, family. What you call this thing? My gadget giving me a whole lot of um problems, so that's why I'm in and out. But I just want to say, with this artificial weather, we know it
Hmm.
isn't as you trying to figure it out whether it is or is it. They're not hiding it now. Even here, I had to point it out that I saw them doing their chemtrails here now.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? And you saw one or two US planes flying over,
Yeah.
you know. And when they do it, they'd like to do it, especially like how Sundays, the Saturdays and Sundays, they know that the people are on the beach. And
Hmm.
so that's when you will see them spraying heavily.
Yeah. And there's some people that
See?
don't believe in chemtrails. And here's what I want to say to them. You don't have to believe in chemtrails, but if
No,
you've
you
ever
don't have
been
to believe.
skiing and you've been on a ski mountain, you know that they have that machine. I've skied and snowboard right past it. So you know that they have that machine that literally is pumping out snow.
Okay.
Literally. It's
So
pumping
if
the
it's
snow. They got the
possible,
machines all on the mountain. You mean to tell me that you don't think they got that at a bigger scale? And why make a machine when they can chemically alter the structure or the precipitation that is natural on the earth?
but
All
the
they
thing
need to
is,
do is
they can
find
just
its trigger.
YouTube. Yeah,
Yeah.
it, the information is out there. It isn't they ain't hiding it no more. It's
Yeah.
out there.
They just because they know you're still consuming the poisons. You're still smoking your cigarettes. You're
Yeah.
still drinking your coffee. You're still eating sugar. You're still eating the processed and the alterated, modified food. So your brain is not
Yeah.
able to calculate, oh, this is actually real, or this is actually happening, and this is what they're doing to me. Your brain is not processing
Mhm.
the information the same, and it's because you still got toxoplasma and all this other craziness inside your skull and your brain, and it's messing with your
Thinking
perception.
capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you letting things be, and to those who know and still choose the other way, hey, listen, man, like I had to tell this brother I see all the time out here, and it was cool that he used to work and do all this other stuff, and he don't want to do nothing. He'd rather live on the streets and drink now, and he's got a little girl that he ain't seen in a little while. And I said to him, like, what is the drinking got you? You know what I mean? What is the drinking and the drugging got you though? And he's
Yep.
like, and you talk to him, and he actually knows. Nah, man. See, they got the liquor store on every corner. They poisoning us, and this, that, and third, and blah, blah. And I was like, you're worse than the person that's asleep, gang. They don't know that they're being
Yep.
bamboozled. You know, and you still opting for it. It's like you know, and to each his own.
Yep.
That's his own choice. But at the end of the day, it's like, listen, man,
Yep.
if you know it, you know something's amiss, and you ain't, and it don't sit right with you, change it. That's all you can do is change it.
Yep.
You
That's
know,
it.
work towards changing it.
Ain't that change? Michael Jackson said, "I'm looking at the man in the mirror. Oh yeah,
Facts.
I'm asking him to change his ways."
That's right.
That's it.
And
That's it.
that, you know, that's gonna have to be the speculum ambulo anthem, because I'm always wearing the mirror shades or the mirror mask, or, you know, because I'm always reminding
Yep.
myself, it's not just for the people who watch us, it's for myself to look in that mirror for the
Yep.
change that I want to see. I'm not looking at nobody else. I'm not looking at my wife saying, "Oh, you need to change so that I can do this." No, I'm gonna change, and if you don't change, that's on you. You're the one that's stuck with you. You're stuck in the rut and
Yep.
stuck into that bullshit thinking. I'm gonna keep moving forward, and I got a son who's watching me who wants to. I know he wants to be the best version of himself because he shows me in his actions and the things he does and the
That's
way
it.
he learns. And, you know, so I want to give him the best influence I can give him. Am I going to make mistakes?
Yep.
Hell yeah, without a shadow of a
Yep.
doubt. But I'll be damned if I don't learn from my mistakes. You know what I mean? So
That's it.
I'm not gonna give him artificial love. You know, that's fake.
That's
That's
it.
not real. Because real love is you changing what you can and controlling what's within your control. You change that so that you can pass that on to your children. I'm not going to give him white sugar and stuff that's made with white sugar. You know, and there's other options out there. You know, now at this natural
That's
place
it.
that I was telling you about, sister, they got a lolly. They offered him a lollipop. Right? I was like, oh no, we don't. You know, we don't do the case. Said, oh, look what's in it. And she read the ingredients. I said, oh, she said, yeah, you can have one for free because everybody's always giving him stuff because he's so polite and he's so down to earth. But so I said,
Mhm.
man, I said we gonna have to get us some of those because I
Okay.
like
That's it.
candy, but I want it to be made with real products, you know, not that
Yes, real
refined
stuff.
white
Yeah.
sugar that's causing cancer. And scientists have proven this ain't my opinion. This is scientifically proven that cancer cells eat the white sugar that you
Sugar.
consume.
Yep. It's food.
That white sugar that you
It's food.
granulated, regular sugar you buy in the store, I don't care if it's Domino, uh, Walmart, Shaw's brand, I don't care what brand it is. If it's white, and it's processed and refined, guess what? That is what the cancer likes.
Feed.
That's what it consumes.
It's
And it's
feed.
crazy
Yeah.
because
Feed.
I was just at a birthday party. You know, my son went to his cousin's birthday party a couple weeks ago, and the lady there, like, and it's because she didn't know any better. She just wanted to do something for the kids. She bought the stuff that she normally don't eat. But I gave her some information and she ran with it. We sat and talked for like an hour because of the information I told her. And because I came there
Uh-huh.
with my own snacks to give him. I said, you're not eating this cake or none of that stuff. And because they don't know, I'm not, shaming them because of that. I'm just going to do something different. And they were all asking me,
Yeah.
like, what's this? I said, man, look, this has only got 6 ingredients in it. And look at the ingredients: lemon, walnuts, uh, passion fruit, just natural
Yeah.
stuff is all that's in there.
Yeah.
And I'm showing them that, and I'm like, man, there's no sugar, or if there is sugar, there's cane sugar in the treats or in the
Mhm.
products or whatever. And this lady had a bag of treats that she was giving to all the kids who were, on her way leaving or whatever. And she told me that she stopped eating sugar and her cancer went away. Her medicine wasn't
That's
working, none
it.
of that stuff. She said her cancer went into remission when she stopped eating the sugar and the crap
Listen.
she was eating. Man, I wish I would have had that on recording. I should, man, I said, damn, that's what's up. And
Yeah.
I might have to
But
do a
for
video
me,
with her and ask her to, disclose that for
I
the
might.
world because
Yeah, my
that's
phone might dip out again. So I just also want to tell people, we are on a journey, and so learn how to be gentle with yourself, and pay attention.
yes.
Pay attention.
And
Because
let's see if we can play that video too, sister, before you tap out.
no,
If,
it ain't me. Just if I go, I can.
Okay.
I
Yeah, if
gotta
it
get
goes, it goes. But we'll see if we can.
yeah.
Oh my god, look at the size of that! Run! Go! Go! This is insane! It's destroying everything!
Oh my God.
Roof's going down! Oh my god, look at the size of that! Run!
That is insane. That is absolutely insane, yo. And the sister already told us her thing might go out, so we're gonna play this last one and we're gonna get up out of here. But it was always a pleasure, man. So I wanted to introduce y'all to these hail sizes, right?
Check this out. You want to see different hail size comparisons? Yeah, this is going to be a good example right here. Basically, we see a lot of the hail tend to be about pea to maybe penny sized within a pretty strong thunderstorm. It's not enough to hit severe status. Once it hits severe status, that's going to be about quarter sized hail. So about an inch in diameter or larger. We're getting reports right now about golf ball to even almost tennis ball sized hail. The storm system that we had coming through on not Thursday, yesterday was Thursday, on Wednesday we were getting softball to even grapefruit sized hail, which is exceptionally rare and certainly not the best type of situation. It causes large-scale damage across the entirety of the region. Now, how does this form, basically? You get those very strong winds. Updrafts is what we call it. The water is frozen, of course, in the high levels of the clouds. More and more layers of water keep punching up on it. But then when the updrafts are basically weak, or the hail ends up weighing a lot more than the wind can hold it up, it basically drops it down. So we get those large-sized hail situation. Here.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. He said the hail size is usually about a pea. I want to bring it back
You
up.
want to see different hail size?
Talking
Check
about
this out.
baseball
You want to
thing.
see different
Yeah, I
hail
want to
size
pause it
comparison?
right when it shows all of them. So he said the normal size is about a pea right here, this green thing at the left. A pea to a penny size. Like an umbrella can save you, can keep you, relatively okay from that. But you start talking about golf balls, tennis balls, and all that other stuff, that's not gonna save you, gang. That's not saving you. An umbrella ain't gonna do nothing. Like now, peas dropping. I think, and I've been in a hailstorm, and my umbrella kept me perfectly safe, and it was years ago. But my umbrella kept me perfectly safe. Now that umbrella's not gonna do nothing to this brown thing right here, or orange, which is a grapefruit, or softball, or baseball, or tennis ball, or none of that. That thing's going right through there. You're gonna get hurt. And these people playing with us, man. They playing right in our face. And some of us are suckers to it, just don't know any better. And some of us are actually subscribing to it. And that's what we got to do differently. We gotta actually change the way we think and the way we move. And we got to stay away from the artificial stuff, man. And the weather is artificial. So it's like now, it's like not telling you not to go outside, but it's like be wary of that and start altering your surroundings, right? Because it's not happening everywhere. There are places where this type of stuff don't go on because there's nobody there to, or they deem it as not valuable, so they stay away from it. I'd rather go join a tribe and you know what I'm saying, just we live in the bush and just live out the rest of our days, but we're eating natural, we're eating healthy. You know, how many of those tribes people, I mean the real tribes people, do you see is like overweight? They not, you know what I'm saying? You can't say they not eating because every time you see them, they got a feast going on. So that's what I say, people. We gotta look into that, look into doing something different for ourselves, and we got to be the best versions of ourselves, man. And sometimes the best way to do that is to escape the system that we're being a part of, that we was born into. Unfortunately, this has come down from generation to generation. So that's all we can do. But we're gonna end this one early. We're gonna wait a couple minutes, see if the sister taps back in, because she definitely might. She definitely I think she had some more uplifting words to give y'all. So we're gonna give her a minute to tap back in, and then we're gonna get up out of here, end it early. We are missing 2 members today, but look for some of our old content coming soon too, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know that we got some old content that has never before been seen, but it's previously recorded, and we about to showcase some of that to y'all. And we pray y'all actually get some like get some likes for that, because it's interesting to to see our growth. I was actually watching some of it, and I was like, man, how we've grown from where we started to now. And I'm gonna leave it uncut, unedited, so y'all can see the bloopers and all that. So, you know, because there's no reason why we need to be unauthentic or anything like that, you know. And you can just see how we were testing some waters and trying things out and seeing how things work. You're gonna see some guests that are no longer here, or guests that weren't. I mean, guests that we had that we haven't seen since, or haven't had back in a while or whatever. But yeah. So look out for that. Probably in the next coming weeks or so, we're gonna have that in place of us just on Sunday, just to get some of it, you know, so y'all can see some of it, because it's unseen. The only people who know about it, who have actually seen it, were the ones who were doing it, and that's us. We were the only ones that know these videos exist, and we got a lot of them. So we've been doing this for about 3 years now, I think. 2 or 3 years, something like this. This is the only year we've actually been live on YouTube and Rumble and TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. We was not on social media, y'all. So that shows, we just wanted to show y'all the true dedication of this platform, of this tribe, of this channel, and what we actually adhere and subscribe to. So y'all can see it raw, in its raw form. We're going to play some of those earlier videos that were not ever, they were never seen by anybody except us. And so, as a matter of fact, some of us hadn't even seen it. You know, I haven't even seen it until just recently. I just was watching a couple of them, and it's interesting. So look out for that. We're gonna be taking some weeks off, but we're not gonna be taking weeks off because we got those. So we're gonna be playing those for y'all. So we're gonna definitely make sure you know that it's a recording. Somewhere in the description, we'll let you know that we'll probably put rerun or something. That way you at least know that it's not us live, but you're gonna think we're live because it's the same type of conversations, the same type of vibe, same type of atmosphere. The only thing that's changed is that some of our cameras are off, some of them are on, or whatever. You know, same thing we doing now, but yeah, you'll be able to tell a little bit of a difference. And it's definitely, we were just getting into our recordings and, you know, understanding the technology that we're using. And so I believe you guys will enjoy that. So make sure y'all check out those and give some good likes and comments. And yeah, so we gave the sister a little bit of time. She may not be able to tap back in. Shout out to the Dr. Sublime, the goddess. I know she wanted to tap in, but her phone and internet be going out and be on the fritz sometimes. And other days it's just great and excellent, but some days it's not. And we all go through that. And even sometimes my internet cuts out or we got power outages and all kinds of stuff. That's what's sucks about this artificial grid that we on. And that's what Tesla wanted to avoid, us being on this artificial grid. But, you know, JP Morgan decided that he wanted to be able to charge people a fee to use electricity, and it's unnecessary, yet he did it anyway. So greed rules the world right now, but we're going to take this world back one step at a time, one day at a time, and one situation at a time. So start doing your homework, do your research. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all tapping in with us every Sunday. The ones that tap in every Sunday, the ones that catch us later, we appreciate y'all as well. And continue to keep doing great things, y'all. Keep building this community up. Make sure you share, like, subscribe, and so we can get this message out there to the people, because the people really need to see what's going on right in front of their eyes. And the lies are not even being told anymore. They already lied to us. Now they got us so hooked on the artificial life that we won't even do anything to change it. Hence some of the conversations we had earlier about the people that know better and still don't do better. And it's because they're so hooked on it. It's like a drug. So yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get up out of here. We appreciate y'all tapping in, and everybody's quotes is, y'all already know what they are. So I'm gonna just say mine. Make sure y'all look in the mirror for the change you want to see, and love your journey. And until next time, we will catch y'all next Sunday, family. Oh, and we got something we're working on right now. However, we were supposed to have it this week, but not everybody's here. So we'll be working on that for next week. So peace, peace. Love y'all. I'm Speculum Ambulo. I'm out of here. Shout out to the tribe. Shout out to everybody.